Okay, this is the final part of the visualization on the maps, and I'm showing you a kind of new tool called Folium. And for the Folium, it's based on the leaflet.js. And what is .js? Well, the JS means JavaScript. So this is a map visualization tool based on JavaScript. And if you see the word JavaScript, do you have a good feeling or a bad feeling? Well, the cool thing about JavaScript will be you are likely to get something interactive, right? So that's cool. And well, for the bad thing for the JavaScript is if you are writing JavaScript by yourself, and this could be painful, really, really painful. Okay, well, we are going to use the taxi dataset and one of the taxi dataset in the Chicago, and then we load the dataset, and then we cast the trip start and trip end into a specific datetime format, and I do a sort using the trip start, and then well, I want to take a look on the first 5 rows, and well, you know this dataset, so there's nothing surprise, and well, and then I also get rid of all the data, the records with the fare as 0 or the trip miles as 0. Okay, and if you just want to do a basic scatter plot, well, and one trick I love to do is, well, if you only have one color, and then you can make the dots a little bit transparent. So if there's only one sample here, for example, and then you will see a really light blue. And then you do have some really dark blue here, and this means there could be like 5, 10, or even more samples. They just overlap on each other. However, by seeing how dark the blue is, and you are able to tell how many samples are there. Well, but anyhow, I'm not quite happy with this. Why? Because, say, I'm interested. I'm interested in what are here, because if you see the color is very dark, this means, well, it's not just one or two dots, and there could be multiple pickups from that area, and similarly from here as well. So there must be something out of the town, right? Well, kind of far away from the downtown of Chicago, but people come and go from there. So what are those places? I don't know. And even though I do the cartopie map for Chicago, and then we know the resolution of cartopie won't be good enough. Well, if we want to use the cartopie to show one state, Illinois, and then probably the resolution is kind of acceptable. But if we want to use the cartopie to show the map of one city, I don't think so. Okay, and then we are going to use a new tool, cartopie. And for the cartopie, and this is a sample code, and I only want to pick the 2013 in June, because there are just too many records, and if you only want to show 1 month, and then the plot is not so bad, and otherwise it will be really, really messy. Okay, and for the Folium map, you want to specify the center of the map, and then you also want to see the initial zoom value of the map. So it's just the initial zoom level. Okay, and then later when we got this, and we are able to zoom in and zoom out anyhow. Okay, and well, we want to grab the longitude and the latitude, and then for each pair of the longitude and latitude, and then I want to do a marker. So I want to do a marker, and then this is a circle marker, and I specify the location, and then well, and the interesting thing is, well, they are taking the longitude and the latitude as a list of two values. So I'm grabbing the one latitude and one longitude, and then I'm putting them into a list. Okay, and then I specify the color, and then I want to fill in, and then I want to make the circle kind of small, not so big, so I specify the radius to be 5, and then I want to add this marker to the Folium map, and then eventually I got this. Okay, so for this one, if I want to zoom out a little bit, and remember, my question is, what are this cluster and this cluster, right? And then I say, okay, It's the airport and another airport here. So it kind of makes sense to me. And well, let's zoom in. Let's see how well we can zoom in with Folium. You are going to be surprised. Okay, if you want to zoom in here and here, and if you have been to Chicago before, and you should know this area is Navy Pier. Navy Pier here. We can zoom in, zoom in. Okay. Well, I can see the building of the aquarium. Well, zoom in further, and then you can see the shapes of the buildings. Oh boy, that's really surprising because we see the shape of the building, and then probably this is a green lawn area, and then we see the road names. We really get a good resolution. Okay, well, this is the cool thing about Folium, and depending on what project you are doing, well, if you say you are doing, if you are trying to visualize the crime cases in downtown Wilmington, Cartopie can't do the work. Well, you have to use a tool, for example, like Folium. Okay, so this is just a new tool I want to show you, and I don't want to spend a lot of time to talk about the syntax because for this kind of the new tools and the syntax will change every year. My feeling is next year if I want to come back and do this lecture again, I have to check the syntax and probably re-record the video because the syntax will be different. Okay, well, this is just a very quick showcase of this tool, and that's it for today. And next day we are going to move on to a new topic. Bye.